Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Just like the Super Falcons did to me. Yesterday, it was the Tigress. I virtually went to hell. I died, but then I resurrected. We succeeded in coming home with Mission X, 10, 5 plus 5. Now, somebody told me it is Mission 007. We just have to get it, number 7. But the road to number 7 was littered with obstacles. Yesterday, against the Senegalese, the Lionesses of Senegal, we've played Cameroon. And I tell you this, in the quarterfinals, let me just go back a little bit. And in that quarterfinals, after the second quarter ended 2020, we were dragging with us. By the third quarter, the Tigress came out as the Tigresses that they were and mauled Cameroon. 25-2. 25-2. It was basket upon basket upon basket, dunking and slamming. So when we now met Senegal, of course, let me tell you this. The Senegalese are the number 1 in the world, in Africa, in terms of how many times they won it. They won it 11 times. We've won it 6 times. But there is a joint record that we have, the Tigresses have, with the Lionesses of Senegal. They have the 4-peat. 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that was then. Because since 2011, the Senegalese Lionesses have never beaten the Tigress of Nigeria. So we got to the semifinals. Mind you, we played them in the final last time. The last final was Nigeria versus Senegal. And we beat them. As I've been beating them of recent. But they now collected our coaches. We are going for 5 in a row. The first 2, the coaches that won it for Nigeria are now the Senegalese coaches. They were seeking for their pound of flesh. That is the story. So, we have won it 4 in a row, just like the Senegalese did. We were going for 5 in a row. They don't want us to break their record. And they were coming for vengeance with every arsenal that they have. Okay. So, at the end of the first quarter, we led by 5. Good enough. At the end of the second quarter, we're now leading by 6. We added 1. So I would say, beautiful. Here we go. But this is what they did to Ken. By the third quarter that I was basking at, this is our strength. Okay, now. They erased the 6 point. And now added 6 points. We were now trailing by 6 points going into the final quarter. Ken Ochonogo was dead. I tell you this. My heart, I said, oh, but you don't hold you. Can you do this? Basketball is not like football. Football, you can take about 10 minutes. Sometimes, of course, they do score quick goals. But the pressure will be on, pressure. But basketball, in the blink of an eye, before you turn, something has happened. They were now leading us by 6, going into the fourth quarter. And they started in the storm. So I believe it was all over. They don't want us to enter that 5-peat and win our 7th championship. But trust now, yes now. Now I can, I came back alive. Trust my girls. Yes, they're my girls. Trust it. We came back. But it was to the wire. To the wire. 75-66. Okay. 68, yeah. And that is it. We're in the finals. Today, 7 p.m. again. 7 p.m. Nigerian time. That was that yesterday. Well, you guys should join me in taking this heat. But Mission 007 is a possibility. Mission X was a success. Mission 007, our Amazons, when we send them out there, they do us proud. Today we'll look at it. We'll also look at the reward system. That is the final. Nigeria taking on Mali, 7 p.m. Nigerian time today. In Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan. That's where it's taking place. So, if you are ready, just join them. Just whatever, follow it anywhere, follow it online, follow it how you want to follow it. If you want to follow our updates, we'll give you updates. Check us on at Ken Ochonogo. At Twitter, my Twitter handle will be there updating you as it is happening. Nigeria, Mali, and then, but before then, it will be South Sudan. South Sudan, yes. They'll be taking on Senegal for the third place game. Let me also give you this information. The 4 teams that qualified for the semi-final, means Nigeria, Mali, Senegal, and South Sudan, have all qualified for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. You see, when you qualify, don't just go there. Qualify from your continent, qualify from the America, from Europe. You now go and play that qualifier. But here's the catch. Whoever wins between Nigeria and Mali today will not play the qualifiers. You automatically qualify for the final in Germany. So 2 teams are there. 5-peat, win it 5 in a row. No, that's 3 teams. Win our 7th championship and also qualify directly to the FIBA World Cup 2025. So those are there. So, but this heart, I think I will fortify it. So we'll look at that. We'll also look at, it is the signing, it is the seasons where transfers are made. So we have one, our number 1, so he's there, and then we were saying Napoli, Gala, Saudi Arabia. I think the storm is over because Victor Osimhen has just signed for Galatasaray. He'll be there. I don't know for how long, but probably until another team comes again. Because even if 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and you keep on churning out those stellar performances, it means that the clubs will still come for you. But he says, I'm settled here. I am loved here. It's like I'm the king of my village. He's the king of my city, the king of my town. He is the king of Turkey. And of Turkish footballers at now, the number 1 is Victor Osimhen. So Ademola Lookman, we told stories that probably he has done 1 or 2 things with his Atalanta team. My guy in the house, one of us we look at it. There are some other signings. Liverpool, you won the league without signing. Now you are signing. I don't know what you want to win. You understand? Arsenal have been signing. Tottenham have been trying to sign 1 or 2 players. Manchester United have signed 1 or 2. Of course, everybody knows where they are now. Clubs are saying, look, formerly clubs want to run to go and play for certain club, but now when you come, they'll say, hey, it is just the very attractive now that United is doing to sign players is just the money. We'll come out, we'll look at Chan. It's officially supposed to start today, but it kicked off, as at yesterday, and then where 3 hosts. We have Tanzania, we have Kenya, and you got Uganda. Those are the 3 countries that are co-hosting, the CHAN. That is, the AFCON for, the players who are playing in the African League. If you're playing MPFL, you're qualified. And also, that also takes us to MPFL, August 22nd, that is the date. And we'll tell you who Remo Stars is starting, this season with. In this season, the opener, they are the defending champions. So we'll look at, 20, it's just about, a little bit just over 2 weeks from now. On the 22nd of August, that is when the MPFL will kick off. A lot of things. We'll see if we can get probably next week. I would have asked them to come this week to look at the memorandum of, whatever things that they've decided, the AGM, what the AGM have decided on what, are the templates, the rules and the regulations for this season. A few things were added to what is already there. And let's say in terms of, when buying of slots and other things, if it goes to this, which comes first priority and stuff. But basically, we are saying we're starting in August, and then we are aligning with the European and other leagues because of our players and our community that we have who are over there. Theo is in the house. Madugu. I'm not even confirmed that. We want to confirm because we were told that the $50,000 was upgraded. I don't know what officially to $100,000 to tally with what the girls are having. I guess. But the one we are very sure of is that 50 million at a 3-bedroom flat is now. It now has 2 3-bedroom flats one in Abuja. I don't know the one that Adewa is giving to him, whether it is in whether it is in Yola or where.
Okay, good afternoon. It's good to be back. When good things happen to people that work hard for it, we should celebrate.
We should celebrate.
We should celebrate because it was down to sheer hard work, determination, and the willpower of the girls. But at the same time, every single player you spoke to, the Super Falcons, will tell you the impact that the coach had on every one of them. You know, and they spoke glowingly about the coach, about the manager, and it's I think he deserves everything that he's getting right now. Last time out at the competition, we weren't able to win it. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, we don't have to go back to a Nigerian coach," and there were divisive talks, you know, all around and about. But we had a coach that was literally taking the Super Falcons as a part-time job. Forgive me, but now with him at the helm, overcoming obstacles that we couldn't overcome the last time we were at the same competition on the same grounds there in Morocco, and what he has done, and anything he's getting, he deserves it.
Anything he is getting, he deserves it, and I concur. Let's see, probably if we can, if we can go to Adam, and see, hear the governor and hear the people, why, how he has been celebrated over there. Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to them. Let's go. Let's write there to Adamawa.
When I saw that Madugu was appointed, I never doubted it at any time. We know the talent that God has endued you with. You can still give more to our country because we're in need, but use a little of it to also come back home and work with our local coach so that we can nurture some of the young talents we have. We cherish what you have done to this country by partly also giving you a 3-bedroom flat. And a sum of 50 million naira.
In my village, we say something. If a mama were cookie there, that's how I say it to Ndobagogume. That which is good should be celebrated. I tell you this. I must go back to my village, to my local tongue, to bring it out. If you like, let him go to Edo. But that which is good will be celebrated. Madugu, the man has been there. When he was appointed, we said this because even Rena is doing that. Rena Wakawa is doing that with the Tigress. She's not 33. And they said when they reported her, she's inexperienced, what can she do, whatever. She has beaten the one who was there before because Senegal collected the coach and said, Shebina, you did not for Nigeria, let's do it. Rena went and do it. But this is Madugu. When he was appointed, they said, he relegated Adamawa United. How can you, whatever it is? See, of course, we respect everybody's opinion, pedigree, where you're coming from, but sometimes you learn. That's what the Germans used to do, when they were dominating world football. you will see the manager who will be there, and then his assistant, when he goes off, he will be there, the assistant will just take over. I think Argentina too, Daniel Pasarella then started from the under 20 to around the 23, and then before he took. So there is that success. They groom you in the system. Even at the Three Lions, Gareth Southgate, he was there in the system, moving on, taking the juniors and the others. So he understands the players, and when he goes there, these are the players he's been working with. Not as if you cannot add or remove because your form is not it's not permanent. You take the best players who are fit. You understand? But here is Justin Madrigal. And then the man came in on so articulate, understanding, fatherly figure, put the camp together, not much noise making. Let your work speak for you. Some people should go now in the house. Yeah, Jimmy, you're welcome.
To be here. And this particular coach is my MVP of the tournament.
Okay.
Player or coach.
Jimmy, you're looking nice.
Yeah, thank you. As always, you look good. and you also. So for me, Justin Madugu, the much maligned, denigrated Justin Madugu is the main person that I really, really, want to venerate at this point in time. Because if you look at what happened prior to the competition, the selection, a lot of people came for him. You left out certain players, Gift Monday and co, this. But it came good with that selection. It was balanced, and we saw it. He had the complement of the foreign-based players. He also had some homegrown talent. He had home-based players in his team. And if you look at it critically also, you had the very experienced ones. You had 11 debutants. 11
debutants,
You had, in that particular team, you had some players that maybe little had been known of and could just be the joker. Someone like Chioma. And Chioma, the one from Malawi.
Okay. She didn't play. She said she's giving her time.
Because at the point she became injured. So for 12 days she was out. Even at the time she ought to have probably been played. It wasn't going to happen because Madugu already had a winning team, and it would have been very difficult for him to shift so much.
Initially
he did rotate the team in the first set of games, but
when he now saw that
this is my team, and also because of the fact that he had been able to invest trust in someone like Folashade Jamilusi. I personally had followed Folashade's career right from when she was, in the Nigerian league, right up to when she went to China, and I knew she's a player that would one day replace someone like Oshoala. Now we are talking about a coach that has been able to bring the likes of Issa, bring the likes of Ijamilusi, and a lot of talk about Edna Emade that has not even shown interest in playing for Nigeria and she's not eligible. But he stood firm. You see him on the field, he doesn't look the most friendly. They accuse him of shouting at the players. He doesn't seem to have the charisma. He may not be Pep. It may not be Mourinho. It may not be Mourinho. But at the end of the day, we saw the in-game management. We saw the result. We saw tactical efficiency when it did matter most. And the result right now is what we are seeing. And for all the plaudits that they are getting, for all the financial rewards they are getting, I mean, it's so lovely to see, because what that does is we are building a culture of rewarding excellence.
Yes, reward. That is the reward we are saying here, because we're going to dwell a little bit on the reward system, and then when we open the lines also, that is what we want you to contribute, for you to let us tell us your take. There has been some people have criticized that it is too much. If you are giving the players $100,000. Don't press your calculator sometimes if you give you error, because so much money is involved. And then we now say, apart from athletes who are representing Nigeria, what of the soldiers who go defend the country, fight Boko Haram, fight insurgency? What of the policemen? What of the doctors? What of the professors, the teachers who teach in primary school and other places? The nurses, you understand? So how much do you give to them? That each and every of these. So we'll open the lines. It is not for us to take here. Should we have a reward system? Because as we speak today, by 7 p.m., the Tigress, the Tigress, not which one we grass again, I can't. The Tigress will take on, the Malians. I think the Malian Alliance have an eagle. The Malians, take them right there in the finals of the 2025 AfroBasket. It's taking place in Cote d'Ivoire. So when they win that, and let me tell you this, it is. Let us just say this: what these girls have achieved, the Falcons have not achieved in a very, very long time. Since 2015, they are unbeaten. They have played 28 games. They have won all 28. This is the 29th. They have won 5 in a row. Let me repeat it again. They've played 28 games. 28 games, 28 down, 28-0. 28 wins, no defeats. Okay. They have won, yes.
See, the thing that's even busting my head right now is Senegal. I can only imagine how they must be feeling. Because at a point, they were on top. They were literally winning everything.
They were the dominant force.
They were dominant. They won the first four.
But this is since 2011.
They've not beaten us.
Nigeria has beaten Senegal 7 times in a row.
And October 2015 to have been the last game that we did lose.
Yes.
Right up to now, that's a decade.
That was in Cameroon.
A decade of unbroken
excellence. In 10 years, these girls are unbeaten on the continent. 10 years on the continent, they are unbeaten. 10 years, you understand?
In the game yesterday, they were able to force 23 turnovers.
Yes.
From the Senegalese. 14 of which happened in the second half. Like, they didn't have any response for how the Tigress came at them. Yes, at that point, I know you must have been scared for obvious reasons. Your heart and everything. You need to reinforce that heart. Okay, but
when you have the likes of Ezine Kalu, Promise Amu Kamara, Victoria Macaulay.
Victoria Macaulay is the X factor. Victoria Macaulay
got chased down block.
Because she was not in the last. She was not in the last game. Just because she was injured. And then they now brought her in. And I tell you this, she said, "We're determined. We're going to do it." When the Nigerians said they want to do something.
And Ken, you also saw the way they defended, and I think that's exactly where the X factor.
They were aggressive in the paint.
They were aggressive in the paint. They were so defensive. They ensured that you guys may be ahead, but we'll come for you. And I think that's the beauty of it. They know how to go for it. Ezine Kalu leading from the front. Macaulay also showing wonders. Promise Amu Kamara. These are all fantastic ladies.
Anyway, what took us there? Of course, we'll still open the lines. Like I said, the producer and director, they're all there. When it's ready, you will just see the number of the line as soon as possible. We see it there. Now, the reward system. Because, like I said, these ladies, when they win today, just like the WAFCON, it is continental. And like I said, their achievement surpasses in the recent past, unbeaten in 10 years on the continent. 28 games played, 28 games won. 4 in a row, they are going for their 5th. So if they win, it is a 5-peat. It is back to back to back to back to back. 5 in a row. We understand that the president is writing his checkbook now. Yes, President Tinubu, sorry. $100,000 is waiting. But then, should that be the template, or is it because we remember we know how the ladies we know how the ladies.
Did you receive a message from the presidency that $100,000 is waiting? Because I'm beginning to fear you.
No. That is for now. That is the gold standard. Yeah. That is the benchmark. You understand? But like I said, was the one the reward for the Falcons, was it because how coming back from that 2-0 down, everybody the president's wife the food she was cooking in the kitchen was almost burning, and the president the truth that the president was looking at his food
interest,
and the president was telling him
interest,
bring baby, the history, she was the mother was moving from her immediate family to her whatever it is, and so would they win? Which I expect them to today. Of course, the Malians, they're not just Adidas Putova. This is a team that's been together from under 15, 16.
And they are the dominant force in age grade competition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is just like when Nigeria, moved back from our under 17, then Dubai they said, and everybody those years and moved up, before we lost it all. You understand? That is what these girls are betting. If, and I do hope they do so, they win. Should $100,000 be the gold standard for all Nigerian athletes on the continent? The lines are open. My guys are in the house. We want to hear from you because Bayelsa also, they've been feted. The state, Imo State, they've been feted. See, every governor is
expected to host the Falcons.
You must host one from your state.
Exactly, because there had been quite a number of people criticizing the fact that governors did host, their own Falcons. But you remember, for all of Channels Kids Cup, the winners also get hosted.
Yes.
They get rewards. Yes. And if we are doing that at this particular level, then why don't you expect that the state governors will honor their own?
Let me just say something. When the school from Delta won,
yes,
they went to South Africa. The governor there, I think it was Udwana,
yeah.
They most of South Africa. When the team from Rivers State won, they took them to Spain.
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's go to Abuja because Tunde is there. Baba Tunde, how are you? Hello, Tunde.
I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, speak louder.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Yeah.
Can I go on?
Go on, of course.
Yeah.
The floor. You have the floor.
Firstly, let me congratulate the Falcons.
Okay.
Fully well. And I think the compensation, so to say, or what to them. Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly. Go on.
Yeah, I think it is commensurate with what they are doing. Coming back from 2-0 down.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Of course, I appreciate that. And I think the purpose is for those who are coming up to the Tigress that are playing is to put in more effort to show that of course Nigeria as a nation also have a some of our sports people, they don't have pension. I just wish that the money given to them will be used judiciously. They can invest it very well, because you see years back, you see some of them that has challenges or the other. I pray for them that they should use this. Well, of course, we know they have secured their future. But beyond that, let the government please fulfill the promises on time, especially when now that it has value. Let it be clear.
Yeah.
It is due, not that years back. Recently, we are hearing that when who was calling for the argument to them in 1994, and it was in one remote area of somewhere, even calling for people to come and buy. So it's a good thing. I think it's good. I enjoy you guys program in STT, and I wish you, but even when I'm outside the country, I always tune to your program.
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you today. We love you, calling in, and I mean watching us from all over the world. But what I want to say is this: the reward system go back to, I think, 1985, when the Golden Eaglet. See, I know when I start talking, don't feel uncomfortable with you.
No, who am I?
Don't feel uncomfortable when we talk. You see, even if we are not born then, the history, is something that for you to pronounce it. Yeah. In 85,
yeah,
the Golden Eagles, they were rewarded with stocks.
Stocks, yeah.
They were given scholarships.
Streets were renamed after them.
And the streets. Okay, well, we want to go on a very short break. We'll go pay money first. Then when we come back, we shall look at it. We'll go to Bayelsa. We'll also go to Abia to see what is happening in sports development and rewards. Stay with us. You're welcome back. It is State Channel Sport on Sunday. We're looking at the reward system. We're looking at the Tigress, trying to dominate the continent, going to, mission 007. I think it's not James Bond, though. It's the Tigress 007 to win their 7th title and 5 in a row. Would we expect them to do that? The obstacle is Mali, very young team, very compact team, with synergized because they've been together for a very long time. But we hope that this is doable. When the Nigerian sets, his or her own mind on any issue, I think that is already accomplished. Morocco has been hosting, everything hostable in Africa. Even the World Cup is coming there. They are going to host with Spain and Portugal. FIFA deemed them that they can even host the Olympics, but it's been so hard for us because of facilities. There used to be a time that we were hosting everything, but our maintenance culture, a lot, the economy, a lot of them, sports and sporting facilities, especially the infrastructure has not been a priority. We say this as it is. If you go to the National Stadium, Suliri, I mean, we'll go and take. We'll give you visuals from there. In sometime soon, and you will see how it has been abandoned. Not the immediate past. I think the one before the immediate past, Minister of Sports. I know they're talking about concession. They brought in about two. Indigenous firms who donated $1 million to fix the stadium, but fix both Lagos and Abuja. But that is what it is. As at now, it's just the Ghost Babio Stadium. There is one. Abdul Kuta has done it, but we're talking about the turf and the pitch and other things, the standardization. A lot of talk coming to there. But some governors are saying, okay, we are going to do this. We say, look. Now only 5% of the budget going to have to spend, which is what the policy says. Just spend 5, not even 10 of the budget on sport infrastructure. But we'll see how it will be. Let's go to Abia. My guys are in the house. We'll look at the reward system. But we're looking at what will propel, what will give them that opportunity to do what that is Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. And then if it is possible, let's listen to him.
So we feel let us give some effort and see how we can bring back the Umar Haita, the Township Stadium, into life, so that the people of Abia State will be proud of what you are doing, so that they can be able to see their investment by seeing that at least any country that is coming to play Abia Warriors will be a thing of joy to the people of Abia State.
We have a long-term solution, which is the Abia Stadium City, the land for which has been acquired. And work is going on right now with the design. And not just a stadium, but it's going to be a stadium city.
Yeah, Abia. When Enyimba was Dominican, anyone would lead to. It's not hard to count. There are things that are not hard to count. How many Olympic goals we have gotten? 1, 2, 3. 2 in Atlanta, 1 in Sydney 2000. You don't finish. Back to back. But that's a champion. In fact, Al Ali is. We don't want to count Al Ali because as at now, we don't want to have that. Egypt has won it. Even Esperance, TP Masembe, a lot of ASEC, Mimosa. A lot of those countries, those teams that have, in fact, Afia of Guinea, we know them. But Nigeria, we just have only 2, and that is there. But right now. When Remo Stars are playing, they will go to Abuja. When Rivers United are playing, they will go to Ghost Babio Stadium. We need the facilities. The proximity of this facility to us is what ginger that you just go. You don't go pay local government don't even have training ground. Like I said this, we give schools, we give them like go and open school, go and get the license, go and open your school. No playground, nothing. The local government, no playground. We can put lock-up shops. So everywhere we want to put lock-up shops. Some of those shops, you can't even sell anything because they are locked up because people cannot. You have 10 locked shops. All right, let's go to Abeokuta because Oladile is there. Dele, how are you?
Thank you.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rewarding system. I don't know. $100,000 gift for
$100,000.
$100,000 for the Falcon.
Yes.
For the Falcon.
Yeah. Each.
I shake a little. That the president wants to mention 10. I think that are looking for them. With all these national honors, the
3-bedroom flats, yes.
Things like that. I believe it should be too much for them. Because they still have other things in the sports circle to be done. And look at there we have a lot of training here and there how to bring those young that have not been playing at all. And when you look at the economic situation in Nigeria now, I've been looking to Pepe. Now, Pepe at the time for 1,000. Now, every day, I'm planning to be 50. 1,000 for them. Out of it.
Yeah.
The family of 4. When you look at that situation, you don't need to be so excited about this thing. So, I want to appreciate the president for this. Appreciate them. But $100,000. At the last, I asked my children to say like them, but I say, you know what to do with it.
You know what to do with it.
The thing will just scare you in the fall 153 or 156 million. I mean, how much?
I know I'll press my calculator. But I'll ask Jimmy or I will ask Tio to do it. Naira rate. This one the dollar rate. 100,000. 100,000 naira is even when they give you before.
Convert
it. Don't convert. Thank you, Oladile. Oladile says $10,000. As a reward. Everybody has their opinion, but he's saying 100. If we set that as the benchmark, if we send that as this is the the gold standard on the continent, the champ people are there. Of course, it's a B tournament, but they also represent Nigeria. Yeah. If they win, it's a senior team, whatever it is. The Tigress, like we said, they are all there. Yep. So the wrestlers will go to the continent, and then when they win, everybody, if you bring a continental gold.
Ken, what I think is most important is for us to have a structured framework for our reward system, for our athlete reward system. Across board. Yes. But the truth has to be, you have to recognize the fact that football is the prima donna.
It's not prima donna for anybody. Everybody with their talent. Jimmy, I disagree with all of you.
It's fine to
totally disagree with you.
I actually agree today.
My talent, if my talent is short put, if my talent, you see, when you go to school, are you saying mathematics, score more points, or English, or are you one way you want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer? You stop this football.
When we're in school, the science students, no more preference over the student, but
see, life is not fair.
It is what it
but
is.
It is what it is.
We want it to be fair. We want equity to prevail.
Now, that's where I'm headed.
Yes.
We know that football will always take its prime place.
Yes.
When we talk about sports.
Yes.
It is by default. But we should not have a structural framework where we begin to realize that there is the necessity for a sports equity development fund that is non-football. You know football is there. You have another one that takes care of non-football sports.
Yeah.
But you make sure that there's equity in terms of what they're able to achieve
and what they're able to get. Was it embedded in the sports policy on, say, this is what we want to give? Or
see, Ken, we have to start doing things radically. When even the president, don't forget that in 2003, when Enyimba did us proud on the continent, they got an uninspiring handshake by the then president Obasanjo.
That was his policy.
The next year, in 2004, the next year in 2004, he gave them #1 million each.
Okay.
Now, that's to tell you that there has been inconsistency in terms of the reward system.
So let's make it consistent.
So now there's the need to make it consistent. That's the clamor.
Okay, let's listen to Anne Chejine. She's one of the assistant coaches, that went to Madugu to win the Mission X. She has been part of the team. That then be the initial. I remember her going to one of those
pregnant
World Cup. She carried Belego. That's the truth. She was pregnant.
Wow.
And then she kept in goal for Nigeria.
Yes.
She's a trained coach, a licensed coach. Yeah. Went to NIS, get all her trainings and the rest on. And I love her because she's beautiful, she's articulate. So let us listen to Anne Chejine. She's part of this history making. She is part of the history making team. Yeah. Let's listen to her.
It's a great reward. Everybody, in fact, I was watching a cartoon network yesterday where I saw 3 big mamas. They want to play football so that they'll be able to win like Falcons and be rewarded like Falcons. So, I mean, everybody wants to play football. I think it's an encouragement. It's not telling that football you can play, women should come out and play football. And that's what we have been clamoring for, want more women to come and play football. And because when you play and you win, there's something at stake for you. So, and I think it's a big, huge encouragement for the young girls. I told you, the graph is rising. Before, when we started, 1998, there was nothing like a graph, but right now it's rising. And the more we continue to win, the more the graph continues to rise. So I think it's a great achievement. And what else? When you win, you see so many people, endorsement, sponsorship coming in. So in fact, I want to turn the clock backward. Maybe I should start goalkeeping again, so I can maybe I'll have one endorsement myself. But nevertheless, it's a good one. There's nothing more than winning. Winning brings so much flair, brings people together, brings so many good things. So I think it's a great one.
Let us take this. No, hold on, Jimmy. I mean, she mentioned, let us take the key issues she mentioned.
Okay.
One, she said she saw 3 elderly people in a cartoon or kind of a thing. I saw that video too, where they're trying to play. That is the ripple effect, like you said, positives.
Yes.
I mean, if this, Rashida can get 100,000, you know, exchange, it can get, me too can get, and then everybody wants to start playing football. It used to be so. There used to be table tennis on all the streets of Lagos when Babatu Obisoyans and co were doing it. Now, she also said of sponsorship. Intuitive, let me just say this is very, very instructive. We had Benga Legbele on show, and he said the MPFL has no sponsorship. The NWFL has no sponsorship. What they normally do is, I know what they play, they will look for a governor who will now sponsor them to say, come to my state and sponsor. Now, if with this, the president can appeal. I remember, I think, was it under Jonathan presidency or under presidency, when, you know, the president appealed to some, corporate organizations to come, I think it was in Bayelsa, to come and, you know, bring in chairs and desks and to furnish their schools and whatever. And there was responses. I believe it from the presidency. Of course, they have that, you know, social responsibility, you know, corporate responsibility that they want to have. That part of this is, let us go and sponsor sports in this country. Part of your profits, put it down. I mean, bring back the top. Where used to be the top 100, top 500, you know, whatever it is in the world, where they publish it all over there. But in Nigeria, list the top 100 firms and said, put 5% of whatever you want to put it in sport of your social, corporate social responsibility, put it in sport. What will that look like? Instead of this, you know, after you win.
Yes.
Yes. Say, if you chair before,
you
want them to win. If you chair after, you are responding.
Exactly.
Can we now, instead of responding, you know, gear up the whole thing?
So I think for this not to amount to just momentous gainstaking,
yes,
it is important for government at different levels to begin to use this as a launch pad.
Exactly.
For genuine, organic, holistic
now you are talking.
Development. It has to be genuine. And what that does basically...
I like the holistic part. all encompassing.
All encompassing.
Yes.
Because it's not enough to begin to dole out rewards, you know, make promises and all the whatnot when they get the job.
After they have succeeded.
But before they get the, where are you supporting them? How are you supporting them? How are you supporting development at the grassroots? So I think it calls for reflection to say, okay, what exactly can we get done at the grassroots level, right from the different wards in the different local governments, at the state level, because now state governors are hosting their own. Adama has hosted, Imo has hosted,
yes.
But thereafter, what happens?
Bayelsa don't have anybody in WAFCON, but they won the NWF. So let's go to Bayelsa State. Let's go to Bayelsa State. The prosperity governor. That is what he's known for. Let's go to Bayelsa State and see how, you know, those girls were on. I think they went back to back. I believe so.
No, I don't think so.
Bayelsa,
no.
Bayelsa Queens.
No, they didn't go back to back.
Okay. They beat Nasarawa. Nasarawa was okay.
We cannot, at this stage of our football development in Bayelsa State, be receiving a national team that are continental champions, and not one is from us. So how do we account for the 6 times that we have become champions in Nigeria? And so this I throw as a challenge to the Ministry of Sports Development and to all the handlers, the chairman and the management team, to all the coaches. We have to produce the best for Nigeria and indeed for Africa.
Very, very instructive. This one is very strict.
Yeah.
See, now this kind of talk they like to hear. The lines are open, no. Let us produce the best for Nigeria and Africa. And Bayelsa has become a superpower in sports in Nigeria.
I think they were second at the last national sports festival. We know Delta is like the Real Madrid. The Real Madrid of all states.
But you know, watching this video,
yeah.
This thing they say local balance. Ipina.
Yes, he touched him.
Yeah, he touched him.
He touched him. He touched him.
Why would you be celebrating and then not one
No
single
one
person?
come by us.
And because they have become a state renowned for producing talent,
Yeah,
in terms of swimming, football,
wrestling,
they are there. So it's only normal
They are the only state in the history of this country to have won the FA Cup, male and female at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where is Dynamite? Dynamite Gali. They said Dynamite come in little packages. He know big old, that commissioner was for. But I tell you this, when he wants to achieve something, he goes straight to it.
We report him from Canada, don't forget.
Yeah. We didn't poach him from Canada.
We report him.
Canada poached him. We gave them a gold. They trained. We now brought him back. And that's okay, fine. Come on. What you have learned in Canada, come and do it here. And not everybody learns and able to come and come and replicate exactly what you are saying here. Absolutely. A lot of those, when we go to Europe, we see fine things, so beautiful everything.
Then you demonize the system.
We go wear dark glasses. We go wear dark glasses.
Nothing concern me.
So when we come back,
we know
back
them.
to square one. Then we are saying we'll get there. We want to see we wish our today na heck is a Herculean. Idris. Is that my Idris? Hello, Idris.
How are you, sir?
Idris.
How are you?
How you there?
Hello?
Hello, Idris.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Jonathan?
Yes, clear, very clear. Not they put Mr. My name na Ken. George Toka.
Hello, Ken. Jonathan, my man.
Yes, you are my guy. What did they happen? What's happening?
Congratulations.
Yes.
It is wonderfully well. It reminds me of the 25th of February, the miracle of the man.
The miracle of the man. For USSR, we spell them back to them. USSR. Yes. Yeah.
Mohammed bin Fahd Adam. This girl took my mind back then. Very beautiful. It's about victory is what we are celebrating today. And secondly, you made mention of infrastructure.
Yeah.
No, we may not have the required infrastructure. You can then witness that after today we have one stadium that has been approved by FIFA.
Yeah, only one.
Stadium.
Yes. Gospel
That is our home stadium today. But unfortunately, even the infrastructure that has been provided by the government, where have been maintained. It's not about having infrastructure. You must be able to maintain those infrastructure.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we have infrastructure, but not maintained, not upgraded. That's number one. Number two, our private stores are not being mature. And not doing this must be driven by private sector investment. It's not everything government. They are going to pay a quite many hosting. They are going to have this government is hosting.
With the hawker from governor to governor.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Our private sectors must be challenged. They must be challenged. If they don't want to do it, there must be a regulation to regulate them to do it.
Exactly.
But they are making money in this economy. Some billions here and there for politics. This money has to be put into sport development. These are young people whose future are at stake. Get me? Our sport is employing a lot of young demographics in this country. So we need to put money into it. Our private sector like come up, but when these girls and these boys win lottery, they will be the first people to come and say, want to celebrate them. What are you celebrating? You can't be celebrating the people who don't have faith in from the beginning. So that is fine. That's my point.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Idris. You've just seen the nail on the head. You can't be celebrating those you have faith in. You have an issue. But we're hearing from Sport Italia now that Ademola Lookman has just put in a transfer request. He wants to force his way out of Atalanta. And like we said earlier, we came in here, they said, look, the guy don't delete everything we concern Atalanta for his social media. No, but I think I like when people part. They should part on
harmoniously.
Not acrimoniously. You understand?
It doesn't always happen. And because Inter Milan submitted a bid of 42 million plus 3 million add-ons for the winger. And Atlanta are saying no, that they want more. They want to stick to their 50 million euro valuation.
I think the Italian clubs, they are becoming more notorious for frustrating African players.
The reason why he's even angry right now is because we're not hearing that Inter Milan are saying, okay, fine, if they can't get him, they're going after Nkunku of Chelsea, who is their second choice. And he's been trying to force, he's been trying to get this move, albeit not like this, not in this manner.
Yeah.
But when...
And for someone as calm and composed as himself, you can imagine the behind the scenes.
Yes, right.
There are a lot of things that do happen.
Gasparini has not left.
Yes. Exactly.
You understand? See? And then sometimes most of these things, here is a player.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, he's a player that easy to score a hat-trick in a game, but score a hat-trick in a Europa Cup final
against a team that had gone
unbeaten
throughout the season.
No.
African footballer,
you now treat them with disrespect.
Your top goal scorer and all those things. But that is their valuation. Let us. It is business. If they say, look, if somebody come to price, as you did now, somebody come to price whatever you have, even if it's your talent, and they say, look, you will look for unemployment, it depends on. So they say, this is our price asset. This is how much we want to take.
No, okay, I don't have an issue with valuation and having squabbles.
Is there no clause in his contract?
I am keen about the disrespect we are getting. When we are getting, from most of these Africans, clubs, from most of these clubs.
I don't think so. I don't think it's an African.
The other time we're talking about Osimhen. Maybe Osimhen not having the best
way. Gyökeres has just forced his way out. It's not an African. Out of Sporting Lisbon. Isak have just told Newcastle, I am going. He's not an African. So basically, when we try to say it is an African thing.
No, I'm not throwing.
Cristiano Ronaldo forced his way out of Manchester United free of charge.
You should have that. Every day of the week. He was just
that was why Adebayo left.
There were conversations then about the man on the screen right now, Victor Osimhen. When we're hearing that PSG had actually submitted the 75 million for him, and Napoli said no. When we had a commercial that even Chelsea were willing to match. We talked about amortization a couple of weeks ago. How most of these clubs want to pay in installment for players. But when it gets to the turn of our player, you hear the club say no. They want the bulk of the money.
Saudi Arabia came this morning. He said he was not going.
You have heard Gala say they will not renege on their promises.
No, and
Turkish clubs, they may be funny in terms of paying.
Of course, that is what people are. But FIFA is supposed to look into that if there is anything.
FIFA will try its best now.
No. FIFA can enforce. FIFA can enforce.
They will
FIFA can enforce. If you report them, FIFA will. You should know that yourself.
Absolutely.
FIFA will enforce. So if you sign a contract and you don't want to honor it, FIFA will enforce. I remember when Taribo West was it in Leverkusen. Or a team when he left Derby and when he went to Germany, and they wanted to sell him. The guys are let go. I said that there is this.
But Osaze drove himself.
There is this Dutch player who was in Chelsea.
Yeah.
In Chelsea for 4 years, or one of these defenders that played with from Ajax. What is his name? The guy was in Chelsea for 4 years.
4 years, okay.
He didn't play more than 6 games. He was collecting his salary every week.
Yes, no.
You understand? He collected his salary. You see how they go. I remember, sure you understand.
Is that simple now?
It is a contract.
Yeah.
I want to leave, I go. I don't want to go, I go. But like I said, let us not look as if it's just an African.
No. It's not about it. But I feel with the Osimhen and the Lookman Ademola debacle, especially the two best African players.
And the way it was managed by
the way I've been managed by the clubs. I think it leaves.
Osimhen, it was his own choice. Osimhen was dictating where he was going. His power. I give it to him. It means you should be happy. You understand?
Happy to go back to Ghana.
No. What I mean is that he can have that clout to tell the club, now here I won't go, now here I won't stay. It is decision. Yeah, he's that big. He's that good.
I will
because
come back
he's
to blame the
performing
manager
on the pitch. Are you getting
I will
me?
come back to blame the manager. He doesn't have a fantastic manager. I beg. Osimhen has changed managers. How many? He had nothing less than 5, 6. He started with his in-law.
We understand.
Alaji
You remember when he was kidnapped?
Davila,
I will discuss it
Calendar.
But he's progressing. The important thing is, after all, Raducanu, they changed coaches.
In terms of the mullah, yes. But in terms of where he ought to be, some will argue with you that he ought to be playing in a top 4, 5 league.
Is the Turkish league where
Turkish league is
it top 5? Is living. Go and check.
Leroy Sané is past his prime now.
How old is Leroy Sané?
Leroy Sané is past his
prime.
Has he been a prime player?
Understand one thing. See. No. Let me take this. Sometimes we look about top league or no top league. There are some that I think when Hulk was playing. When Hulk was playing in the Russian league.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about to. He was playing for Brazil. People in Saudi Arabia, N'Golo Kante was MVP playing for Saudi Arabia. We saw Al Hilal knock off for them. So when there is no top, we are going, my guy.
A pleasure to be always. Have a fantastic.
The
Tigress. Me, I'm not talking about
okay.
The Tigress go win for us.
Okay, the Tigress go. Okay.
Hopefully the same thing the Tigress should win today.
Hopefully Mission 007 will be a success. I tell you this, but Mona not give me too much tension. I'm Kenneth Chenogo. Meet us on the mainland. God bless Nigeria.